Have you ever asked yourself why humility, grace, and compassion are essential qualities on the path to spiritual growth? These are not mere words, but reflections of our true selves. They are the compass guiding us through the maze of societal norms and the salve healing our deepest wounds. They are the bridges connecting us to others, allowing us to see them not as separate, but as parts of ourselves. Let's explore together how these virtues can lead us to a profound spiritual awakening. Humility is not about self-deprecation, it's about realizing our place in the grand scheme of things. Unraveling humility is akin to peeling back the layers of an onion, revealing a core that is unpretentious and real. It's about acknowledging that we are but a small part of a vast universe, and that in this vastness we are not superior or inferior to others. We are simply ourselves, unique and valuable in our own right. Humility is the graceful acceptance of our strengths and weaknesses. It's about understanding that we all have our own gifts and shortcomings, and that's okay. This acceptance is not an admission of defeat, but rather a recognition of our humanity. It's about admitting that we don't have all the answers and that we're all works in progress. This understanding paves the way for compassion, not only for others, but also for ourselves. When we approach life with humility, we foster a sense of equality and understanding with others. We begin to see that everyone is on their own journey, with their own struggles and triumphs. This realization allows us to empathize with others, to walk a mile in their shoes, and to treat them with the kindness and respect they deserve. Humility allows us to grow spiritually. It opens our hearts and minds to the possibility of growth and change. It encourages us to question, to seek, and to learn. It empowers us to let go of our ego and to embrace a life of service, empathy, and love. Humility also gives us the courage to face our own shadows, to delve into the depths of our being, and to heal the wounds that hold us back. It allows us to let go of societal norms and expectations that limit our potential and to honor our true selves. In the end, humility is about acceptance. It's about accepting ourselves as we are, with all our imperfections and idiosyncrasies. It's about accepting that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. And in this acceptance, we find freedom, we find peace, and we find our place in the world. True humility is accepting ourselves as we are, which opens doors to spiritual enlightenment. Grace is the quiet strength that carries us through life's toughest challenges. It's the unspoken virtue that stands tall amidst the hurricane of life's adversities, silently guiding us to harbor. It's the compassionate hand that leads us when our vision is clouded by the dust of confusion and uncertainty. Imagine grace as a gentle stream flowing effortlessly around the rocks and obstacles in its path. Just as the stream does not resist or fight against these obstacles, but instead finds a way around them, grace enables us to face life's adversities with dignity and respect. It teaches us not to resist or fight against our difficulties, but to navigate through them with serenity and poise. You see, grace is not about avoiding life's hardships, it's about handling them with dignity. It's about mastering the art of maintaining peace and tranquility within ourselves, even when the world around us is in chaos. It's about understanding that we have the power to create our own calm amidst the storm, and it's this calm that helps us grow spiritually. But how do we cultivate this grace? It begins with understanding our own worth. We need to acknowledge and accept our flaws and imperfections, not as limitations, but as part of who we are. It's about letting go of societal norms and expectations and embracing our unique self. It's about healing the deep wounds within us, eliminating the conditioning and programming that keep us from becoming our true selves. And when we do this, we start to see others not as separate entities, but as part of us. We begin to hold them with the same compassion, love, grace, and humility that we hold for ourselves. We begin to understand that their pain is our pain, their joy is our joy, their journey is our journey. This is the grace of being. It's a state of being where we are at peace with ourselves and the world around us. It's a state of being where we can navigate life's storms with tranquility, not because we are immune to them, but because we have learned to dance in the rain. Grace allows us to navigate life's storms with tranquility, bringing us closer to spiritual enlightenment. Compassion is not just about feeling for others, it's about feeling with others. This profound emotion transcends the boundaries of self and other, drawing us into the shared experience of life. Compassion, in its purest form, is a deep awareness of the suffering of another coupled with a desire to alleviate it. It's a journey from apathy to empathy, a journey that fosters understanding and connection. Understanding is a crucial aspect of spiritual growth. When we understand, we see beyond the superficial, we perceive the essence, the truth of our shared experiences. This understanding doesn't come from intellectual knowledge alone. It comes from feeling, from experiencing. It comes from compassion. When we feel compassion, we walk in the shoes of another. We see through their eyes. We feel their pain, their joy, their fears, and their hopes. We understand them, not as separate individuals, but as part of us, as part of the vast tapestry of life. This understanding leads to connection. Connection is not just about being together, it's about being one. It's about realizing that we are not separate entities, but interconnected parts of a larger whole. This connection fosters unity, a sense of oneness, a oneness that transcends the boundaries of self and other, of us and them. This oneness, this unity, is the essence of spiritual growth. Compassion, understanding, connection, unity, these are not separate aspects but interconnected parts of a larger whole. They are the threads that weave the tapestry of spiritual growth. They are the steps on the journey from self to other, from isolation to unity, from apathy to empathy, from ego to spirit. Compassion is the heart's response to the suffering of others. It's the heart reaching out, connecting, understanding, uniting. It's the heart growing, evolving, becoming. It's the heart's journey, the heart's growth, the heart's evolution. And this journey, this growth, this evolution is the essence of spiritual growth. Compassion connects us with others, fostering a sense of unity and oneness that is integral to spiritual growth. Humility, grace, and compassion are not standalone virtues. They intertwine and amplify each other. In the intricate tapestry of our spiritual journey, these three threads weave together to form a pattern of profound growth and understanding. Humility allows us to recognize our place within the grand scheme of existence. It's an acknowledgement of our limitations, a gentle acceptance of our imperfections. Yet it's through this acceptance that grace finds its footing. Grace, in its essence, is the ability to accept and flow with the events of life with equanimity and poise, even when they challenge us. Now, imagine a river flowing with grace, coursing through the landscape of our lives. This river, filled with the waters of humility, moves with a gentle strength, carving a path through the hardest of rocks. Grace, powered by humility, allows us to navigate the highs and lows of life with a serene acceptance. And then there's compassion. This is where the river of grace reaches the ocean of our shared humanity. Compassion is the understanding of the suffering of others and the desire to alleviate it. It's the realization that we are all part of the same vast ocean of existence, each wave unique yet part of the whole. Humility helps us understand our own suffering, grace helps us accept it, and compassion extends this understanding and acceptance to others. It's a beautiful cycle, a virtuous circle, if you will. Humility feeds grace. Grace nurtures compassion, and compassion, in turn, deepens our humility. This interplay is not a linear process. It's more of a dance, a swirling, dynamic exchange of energy. It's a dance that invites us to step into our vulnerability, to embrace our humanity, and to connect with others in a more meaningful, authentic way. In this dance, we find a sense of belonging, a feeling of oneness with all of existence. We discover the beauty of our shared human experience and the transformative power of love and understanding. The synergy of humility, grace, and compassion leads us to a deeper spiritual awakening. It's a journey of self-discovery, a journey that invites us to become the fullest, most authentic version of ourselves. It's a journey that leads us home to the very heart of our being. Spiritual growth is not a destination, but a journey of self-discovery and realization. As we journey through life, we encounter many trials and triumphs. These experiences shape us, mold us, and ultimately reveal our true selves. We've talked about the importance of humility, grace, and compassion in this journey, and how these are vital to our spiritual growth. Humility allows us to acknowledge our limitations and our need for growth. It's the understanding that we are not the center of the universe, but rather a part of a larger, interconnected whole. It helps us to see others not as separate, but as part of us, allowing us to hold them with compassion and love. Grace is the acceptance of who we are in all our imperfections. It's the serenity we find in the face of adversity, the peace we cultivate within ourselves despite the chaos outside. Grace is the ability to let go of the conditioning and programming of our societal norms that keep us from becoming and honoring our true selves. Compassion, the heart's response, is the ability to feel another's pain as our own. It's the empathy that allows us to extend kindness and understanding to others, even when they are different from us. As we cultivate humility, grace, and compassion, we embark on a transformative journey towards spiritual growth. This journey is not about reaching a certain point, but about becoming who we really are. It's about healing our deep wounds and eliminating the barriers that keep us from experiencing our fullest potential. As we cultivate humility, grace, and compassion, we embark on a transformative journey towards spiritual growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration. To truly grow, we invite you to reflect on humility, grace, and compassion, and make them daily practices. Don't forget to subscribe and like our video. Let's continue this journey together towards spiritual growth.